Blake Bednarz is having another meltdown over Candace Owens, per usual. But this time it's a little bit different. He thinks that Candace is actually protecting TPUSA and friends. And we're going to talk about it.
Nikki in the building, baby. Nikki in the building, baby. In Cahoots podcast. Yeah. I keep God first, that's real. True crime on the table, facts on steel. Investigations, I chase that trail. If the story don't add up, I set it straight, no fail. I spot fake tears, I spot lies. Sketchy little moves, I see through the disguise. I'm fair, I'm funny, I bring that light. I call you out, then I'll still be polite.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of In Cahoots podcast. My name is Nikki. Don't forget to hit the subscribe, like, comment, share, turn on your post notifications, and also please help me out by hyping the video. Helps tremendously. And also don't forget to click that join button to become a member. All right, so Blake Bednarz was live with Danks, and he had a lot to say about Candace Owens. Honestly, I think the man is hurt. He reminds me of like a hurt ex-boyfriend. Seems like he's feeling just a little neglected by Candace Owens. But we're going to get into a few of those clips today, and I want you guys to tell me what you think. Now, first, we're going to start off with Candace Owens. We're going to set the scene, see where this all stemmed from, and then we'll go from there.
So you have to imagine my surprise when I got contacted by Blake Bednarz himself, the man right there. And I learned that Blake Bednarz had been served by Dillon Law Group, but not with a lawsuit, but with a simple preservation order, because they think he might have something that might help to prosecute me in a defamation suit. What? This is, guys, we are living in upside down land. Okay. This is beyond the realm of sanity. Okay. Beyond the realm of sanity here. They know who he is. They're listing him in a lawsuit. They know what he has said, or putting him and demonstrating what he has said and blaming me. And they're just, it's right there. And then, nope. We're suing Candace. Hey, Blake, could you help us? We feel like she talked about this Fort Huachuca meeting and we're trying to get her. So what actually is happening here? And who even is Douglas Bednarz? So I'll tell you my communications with him. I was introduced to him via someone that I trust very early on in our investigation when we were in the gathering footage phase. We said to everybody, if you've got any footage, please send it to us, tips@CandaceOwens.com. And a girlfriend of mine contacted me and said, hey, there's this guy who is purporting to have never before seen footage from the UVU event. And can I set him up to talk to you? I said, of course. He said that he somehow had a contact that was there at UVU who had everything. So we connected. First thing that was weird was that he wanted to be on FaceTime. He really wanted to be on FaceTime. I thought, okay, that's odd, but okay. We discussed some possible theories. Could this have been an exploding mic? I don't know. Did not discuss Brian Harpole, that's for sure. But then as I kept asking him, okay, could you send me that really long footage that you've got? He just kind of never did that. He sent me a clip here, a clip there, a link to somebody else's footage. He just sort of kept kicking the can down the road. And eventually I just felt like something was off. You know, the intuition came on and I said, something's not right here. My spidey senses went up in December, right around the time that we began discussing Fort Huachuca, when he suddenly shifted gears and began sending me stuff about Brian Harpole and making radical demands that I show the footage, that I show and present what he believes happened about Brian Harpole, basically trying to say that I was you got to talk about Brian Harpole. You could find this. It was insane. And also, where's your back footage? Maybe challenging to see if I actually had it. I don't know. But I never took the bait. I always trust my guys. Something's not right here. So I'm just not going to reply to you beginning in mid-December. Just didn't respond at all. And I am so grateful that I did not, because it may very well be that they were attempting to set a trap of some description. I'll tell you why I'm getting there.
So hopefully that kind of helped to set the scene. I will say this. Candace Owens is not obligated to set her show up in the way that any of us wants her to. It's her show. Therefore, she will talk about whatever she wants to talk about. If she used his footage, which she did, for her own reasons, that is up to her. But I don't think Blake realizes that. So let's go ahead and get into Blake and how he feels about the situation. Because I am telling you guys, the man, he's hurt. Many times in this live stream that I'm going to show you guys, Blake says that he thinks that Candace is in on it with TPUSA. all because she won't talk about what he wants her to talk about. Let's get into the first clip, guys.
Did Candace influence you? I mean, I don't know. Did Candace influence you in any way? How about that? Let's clear that. Yes or no? Did she influence you to make this kind of content?
No. I think she's in it with them.
You think she's in it with them?
Yeah.
You think?
I think she's running controlled op. Yeah, I do. Who's the only person who's the only person in this investigation that can pick up the phone and text Erica, text Brian, text Dan, text any of them? Who's the only person in this that has access like that to any of these people? Who's the only person that's had access to Terrell Farnsworth to get the actual 4K video from behind Charlie? Who's the only person?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Who is it? Answer it, Dank.
It's Candace has that access that I know of. I mean, I don't know for sure.
She says it. She talks about it, that she can pick up the phone and text Brian. She can text Dan. She can text Terrell. She can text Erica.
Okay, first of all, look. He's giving me Erica Reginae Pinocchio Kirk eyeball vibes. You know, as far as Candace being able to contact all of the people that he just named, he says that makes her a controlled op. He thinks that she's in on it. Let's not forget, Candace worked with each and every one of them. Yes, she does have their contact information. Yes, she is able to text them. But I mean, really, how often do they ever text back? I think that we have seen this for proof in text messages that she showed us in the past and recently, as to where she's texting and it gets no response. But yes, she worked with them very closely. In one of the text message threads that she just recently showed, where she was texting Brian Harpole, basically asking about the lawsuit, if you read their prior text, it's him sending a car for her telling him that she's ready and she's leaving her room. She knew these people personally. Now, on the other end of it, a lot of people are saying, well, exactly, that's why she's covering for them, because she did know them and she was really close to them. I see where people are coming from with that, but it's just, that part doesn't make sense to me, because what was all this for? Entertainment? I mean, hey, could be. You never know. Especially on YouTube, a world of entertainment, you never know. But I'm not catching the vibe that she's a controlled op. I'm not. But you guys tell me in the comments. Do you think Candace Owens is a controlled op? Do you think that Blake is correct? Let me know.
I think what the interesting part is why she's not willing to publicly talk about it. And I think that is that what's leading you to think she's like some controlled op or something like that? It's like, what is the point of hiding that information?
Because look, you can't talk about the video, what we see at UVU, without it painting the security team and Turning Point USA into a very, very bad light. You cannot talk about it. So what do you do if you are someone that wants to protect a party? You just stonewall it.
Now, the biggest reason that Blake is upset, not only the fact that, you know, she didn't bring him up on her show and talk about his Brian Harpole theory, not just that. He's saying that Candace lied to her entire audience because the engine that was used to share the actual file, whenever the person gets the file and they open it, they download it, it sends the sender an email letting them know that the person received the file and they downloaded it. So technically, Blake has proof that he did, in fact, send Candace the whole file and it was downloaded. I'm going to go ahead and play that clip, and he's going to show proof that when it was sent to Candace Owens, it indeed was opened and downloaded.
All right, so do I have the time? That's why I wanted to show the other one that you sent me. But he sent it to me 15 minutes ago. Candace's email is up here, subject, downloaded file. So this is the specific thing, right? Downloaded file.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
then,
also have other, there's one when it's being uploaded.
Okay.
Like WeTransfer sends out these little, these files, or these, not files, these emails to let you know like what the status is of what you're trying to share.
Yeah.
Thanks, dude. I mean, she lied yesterday to the world on me.
This is the email that you just sent me, right? So does it say, this is a real link, all right? So if I want to open that in a new tab, see where this ends up. So this is a WeChat, WeChat or whatever. Send files, move files. You're almost there. I agree. Transfer file is not available. It says no longer available on our servers. It is either expired or cannot be recovered or was deleted by the sender. To receive the content again, please contact. So
I thought, okay, that's odd, but okay. We discussed some possible theories. Could this have been an exploding mic? I don't know. Did not discuss Brian Harple, that's for sure. But then as I kept asking him, like, hey, could you send me that really long footage that you've got? He just kind of never did that. He sent me a clip here, a clip there, a link to somebody else's footage. He just sort of kept kicking the can down the road. And eventually I just felt like something was off.
All right. So now you just heard what Blake said and saw the alleged proof that Candace Owens did in fact get the email, and it did say that it was downloaded. You also just saw where Candace Owens said that she asked for the really long file and he just never sent it. So I need you guys to tell me what you think about that, because if that is the case, where he actually did send Candace what she asked for, which was the long footage, what would be the point of calling him out on her show and saying that he never sent it? Tell me what you think about that. In the next clips, whenever Blake is asked about how come he's not being sued or what would be the point of him getting the letter, he kind of gets very uncomfortable. Take a look at this.
I have just a couple. Why are you not being sued? But Candace is. A lot of people ask that, a couple of these. Do you have anything to say on that?
That I'm going to get, or not get. I have the most badass attorneys that will absolutely get the footage that basically signs their arrest warrants. So they're not going to greenlight me to be able to have that discovery.
If you have that, then where is this it?
No, the turning point. Danks, there is other video, but I'm just saying right now that if I am sued, the first thing that I'm filing is a subpoena motion for discovery. And I don't even have to ask Brian Harple for it or Turning Point USA. I just have to ask the state of Utah.
Yeah, guys, this is just me and how I feel. Blake makes me just a teeny weeny bit uncomfortable. And it's not anything like I think he's a creep or something. Like, I'm not saying it like that. It's just things that I've noticed and that I've seen on X and here. It just seems like he just gets really angry really quickly. Like, he has anger issues. And he just blows up out of nowhere. Here's the thing. He's very upset with Candace. Not only for the fact that he feels that she lied on him, but also because he gave her the footage in hopes that she would make a whole show about Brian Harple twisting knobs in his pocket. Now, I don't know this. I wasn't a part of their conversation, although he did record him speaking with her for the first time. But I mean, is there something that he's leaving out? Did you tell Candace, I will give you this video under one circumstance? You must talk about my theory. And she said okay and took the video and never did it. Did that happen? I doubt it, but that's kind of the energy that I'm getting from him. Why are you so upset that she's not covering your theory? She doesn't have to. She asked him for a video. He allegedly gave it to her. She allegedly opened it, and she used it for the Mikey McCoy little walkout scene, sure, but that's her prerogative. She can talk about anything that she wants on her channel, just like he can, just like I can, and the next YouTuber. But this man is genuinely upset because he thinks that his theory is more important. And just because she's not covering his theory, then that automatically means that Candace Owens is a controlled op. Only because she's not going with his theory on her show with her name on it. If you are familiar with Blake, you know that he crashes out on X all the time. He gets all upset and deletes his page and brings it back and says he's not coming back anymore, deletes it again. Like, this is just what he does. And I don't know if it's just for the attention, because if so, like even Dank said, it's working. But he does sketchy things that just does not make sense. He shouldn't be this mad, and I'm not trying to tell anyone how to feel, but in my opinion, he should not be this angry, blood boiling angry, because Candace won't cover his theory. Blake, you have your own show. You have your own presence on X. You cover it. You cover it until you're blue in the face. And if all comes out and you were right, take that W, take that win. What do you need Candace to do it for?
Did they offer you any type of deal, this law group or anything like that? Have they offered you any deal? Have they directly told you? I don't know. I'm just asking anything.
I don't even know. No.
Have they done any business with you? Like,
Never.
I'm just going to ask. I have to ask questions. No. I mean, and you said you have these badass lawyers. How would these lawyers be better than Candace's lawyers? Why aren't they suing you? You know what I mean?
Will you show me a scale of badassness for attorneys? I mean, I don't know. That's subjective, bro.
I mean, I would just say, yeah, I mean, you said it. I'm just asking. And yeah, I mean, I guess I don't understand why. I see their point, Baron's point, Candace's point as well.
Danks, let me ask you a question, Danks.
Yeah.
If you have a smudge of culpability, of involvement, if you have a smudge, are you wanting to invite discovery on yourself?
I mean, they did, with Candace, apparently. There's a federal docket with her. So they did, no?
We'll see.
Are you working with Brian Harpole's team against Candace Owens or anything like that?
No.
Okay. Because some people would say one guy gets the deal, the other one goes down. I don't know. I'm just saying what it looks like from the internet perspective.
Harpole,
and I'm
Dan
talking
Flood,
to you about
Philip Goldsberry, Terrell Farnsworth, they're all the ones that are on camera doing this, Danks. It's not me. I was here in my home state of Texas, being a normal everyday citizen, minding my own damn business. They're the ones that went off doing something they shouldn't have done. It's not me. I mean, there's no deal. Okay. I'm just telling you, if they are stupid enough to sue me, I'm going right to the source. I'm getting the videos, and they just signed their arrest warrants.
I mean, the reason why I say deal or anything like that is it could be,
there's no deal,
we're going to sue you, or we're going to sue Candace, or both, unless you give us information on Candace that we don't know about. That's all I'm saying. That gives you a chance to talk to, just say, defend yourself or whatever, because people are wondering, why are you not getting sued? Why are you talking with the defense attorneys about Candace? Why are you involved
hang on,
at all?
Why am I talking to what attorneys?
Why are you getting the preservation letter? Sorry, I should have been more specific. The preservation letter, why are you involved at all with this lawsuit against Candace? People would take it as possibly you are involved somehow in some way that's implicating her.
Why would Candace tell a bald-faced lie about me yesterday on her show?
I have no idea.
I don't know. Seems a little fishy if you ask me. But I tell you what, one thing that I 100% grasp from this entire video today is that if you are ever around Blake Bednarz, you do not, and pay attention, you do not under any circumstances ever say the word deal. because he will have your behind. Oh my goodness. The moment that Dank says deal, what deal? What deal? What deal? Deal. Like, what? Man, calm down. It's just a 4-letter word. Calm down. Anyway, like I said, it just seems like he's hurt. He's hurt because he wanted this, relationship with Candace as to where they would partner up and take Brian Harpole down. And he wanted her to cover his theory. She didn't. She didn't have a good feeling about it. And honestly, get over it. Get over it. Now, if what Candace is saying, her feeling, feeling like maybe that was kind of a setup because of how hard he went on her to talk about Brian Harpole. Now, if that is correct, then that's great that she listened to her gut. But on the other hand, from me seeing him online, I also can tell that that's the kind of person that he is. He does seem very aggressive, very assertive. He seems like he gets angry quickly. He starts questioning you and just kind of really getting in there. But yeah, Blake, he just seems hurt. He seems hurt and like he feels betrayed by Candace. Earlier, that's why I was wondering, was it a situation where he said, look, I'll give you this file if you talk about my theory about Harpole, and she said yes to it and just never talked about it? Then I can see why he's so angry. But I doubt that happened. You guys, tell me what you think about this. Do you think Candace threw Blake under the bus? Do you think she's an all-out liar and Blake showed legitimate proof of the fact that Candace really did get the file? Or do you think that Blake is just doing too much and he needs to calm down and he just needs to cover his theory on his platforms and leave it at that? You let me know what you think in the comments, but I'm going to wrap this video up. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and thank you for all the support, all the new subscribers. I see you and welcome. I'm so glad that you guys are here. So don't forget to hit the like button, share the video, turn on your post notifications so that you know every time there's a new video. Don't forget to click the join button to become a member. And of course, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe and to show your support. I appreciate you guys. Until next time, this has been In Cahoots Podcast. My name is Nikki. Bye.